Hey, what's up, guys? This is Corey from Lion Dads. I just wanted to do a quick video. I got some questions about my vacation and how it went and what kind of strategies I kind of used to stay on my way of eating, my diet here, and how I do that when I go on vacation, whether it's like a cruise or an all-inclusive, or you're just going out of town to visit family. There's a lot of different things you can do. And I just wanted to kind of go over that with you guys today. So before we get going, obviously go down, hit like, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave me a comment, and let's get started. So I went on a beach vacation. I've been talking about it for a long time. I did like a bulk, and then I started trying to kind of cut back and lose some weight and stuff like that. And in preparation for it, I cut some things out. I started working with some fasting and doing some, cutting out some like the dairy and things like that, eating maybe a little leaner and stuff like that. I didn't have any issues where I felt bad or anything, cutting some of the fats and stuff like that out. But I was able to lose about 15 pounds, 12, 15 pounds, depending on what day, and, I measured or weighed myself. But, when I got there, obviously you get on vacation and, there's a lot of options to eat, whether that's you're on a cruise or you're on an all-inclusive. There's all kinds of food available to you pretty much 24/7. You can get room service, and you paid a shit ton of money for this trip, so you've probably paid a lot into this, and food's included in that, and there's plenty of it, and not all of it is great for the body, great for staying on your animal-based clean diet here that we're eating. Lots of ice cream bar, and there's a lot of alcohol that's available to you. There's some the dinners and stuff there's a lot of really fried, breaded, and there's dinner rolls, and there's all kinds of different options, and different cuisines and stuff that you can try out, Asian dishes, Mediterranean dishes, there's Mexican food, there's everything, and it's a lot of heavy carb, plant, centric items, and all that, desserts, everything you could imagine is available to you on these trips. Or you go home to whatever region you're from, and I'm sure your moms are there, making certain dishes and doing things like that, or you got your local restaurants you love going home to. It's hell on me because I'm from the Southwest. I'm from a border town, Mexican border, Arizona, and the Mexican food where I'm from in my hometown is unreal. It's literally, to me, outside of maybe some of the authentic mom and pop stuff in Mexico, to me, I consider it some of the best Mexican food in the world, because I sure as hell haven't found anybody that can come close anywhere else I've lived. So I understand these things. You go out of town and there's a lot of temptation out there, and there's a lot of different foods available, and not everybody you're going to be around can get on board with an animal-based carnivore type meal plan, right? So, but you do go, and you only got a couple choices. You can find a way to make it work, and you can be creative, and you can stick to your diet and just try to be, do the best you can with what you got. Or you can say, to hell with it, I'm taking a break, which is what I think a lot of people do, and say, I'm just gonna kind of get back on track once I get home. And I've seen people do that. I hear people do that all the time. And that's, that's their choice. And then that is, that's fine. That's on there. There's no carnivore police that's gonna come arrest you for taking a 4-day hiatus when you go on a little mini cruise or something like that. If that's what you want to do, fine. But a lot of us came to this way of eating in really bad shape, and addicted to carbs, addicted to sugar, addicted to different things, and hurting and bad gut health and stuff like that. And it's not an option for a lot of us. We can't just go and take a quick break and indulge and start eating the way we used to, and then next thing you know, 6 months later, you're still doing it because that food is so good, right? Or your other option, I guess, the third option, starve to death. But, you know, I don't think that's an option for most of us either. So for those of us who would stick to plan A, get creative, and try to do the best we can with what we got, you know, there's a lot of things you can do, you know. So I just went to an all-inclusive type of resort place, and in the morning you wake up and there's a breakfast bar, and it's got waffles, it's got pancakes, it's got the French toast, it's got all kinds of fruits and all kinds of stuff and blah blah blah. Really plant-based, carby type, sugary breakfast items, breakfast cereal bar, and all this kind of stuff. But they also had an omelet bar, and they also had they had a little salmon bar with, you could eat salmon for breakfast, which was awesome. They had just eggs you could scoop out and eat. They had bacon you could scoop out and eat. And pretty much every morning I decided, I don't know what the day's gonna hold. I've got a lot of activities planned and things like that, and I don't know where I'm gonna eat, when I'm gonna eat. So I decided the best bet for me was to load up early. So what I did was I went to the omelet bar there at the breakfast buffet, and it was a local, a local from that area that I was at, and I asked him, hey, can you cook me an omelet in butter? And, you go to most places in America and you ask to have your food cooked in butter when they're laying down, bottles of, canola oil or whatever other shit they're serving you at these places and cooking your food in. They look at you like you're an alien. Well, you want your food cooked in butter, you're gonna die of a heart attack because it's so fatty, But I went to this guy and I asked him, can you cook my omelet in butter? And he also looked at me crazy because he was like, why are you asking? That's what I cook everything in. And I was like, well, all right, this is my place right here. This is my kind of place. So every morning I went up there and I got an omelet, and I had them loaded up with pretty much all the different meats and stuff like that they had in the area. The bacon, I had some sausage, I had some ham, all that kind of stuff, some cheese, and I had it cook. I had 2 omelets cooked in butter to start my day off, just eating really good, high protein, nutritious, delicious omelets. They were probably some of the best omelets I've ever had in my life. And then if I was able to hit that buffet again the rest of the day, go back and I would hit, and I'd get, an assortment of meats and things like that. Ask him to cook me some burger patties up on the grill there. And same guy cooking it up in butter and everything. It was fantastic. Great options. For dinner, they have an assortment of different restaurants around. And they had like a Mexican restaurant, they had a seafood restaurant, they had an Italian place, they had just all kinds of different stuff, right? Let me tell you, the seafood place was fantastic. It was all the seafood I can eat. That's one thing, when you pay for one of these, you can get as much of anything as you like. So I just ordered a ton of crab and a ton of lobster and shrimp cocktail and all that kind of stuff. I ate a ton of seafood. I'd go to like the local steakhouse place. You can order 2 steaks and 2 lobster tails if you want. You can order 3, you can order 4, you can order as much as you want. So I load up on steak, I load up on lobster, I'd load up on whatever animal-based foods I could find. Those places, I don't know how it was prepared. I'm not there behind the scenes at the kitchen looking, but I can tell you the way I felt after I ate them. Felt a hell of a lot better than when I eat it. Try to do that kind of strategy when I eat out here in the stateside. So I think they're cooking their stuff pretty well down there. And I just did the best I could with what I had. That's the moral of the story here that I'm trying to tell you guys. Do the best you can with what you're given. If it's really important to you that you go on vacation and you stick to your way of eating, you can only do as good as what you're given to work with, right? And so that's basically what I did. I did the best I could. I may have indulged on an adult beverage a couple times, and you know, that's something, like I said, there's no carnivore police having to come out and, you know, arrest me for doing something that I kind of maybe normally don't do, and don't preach to you guys that you should do. So, you know, if you have feelings about that, that's understandable. I don't really care. But you know, it was a vacation, and I did enjoy myself a little bit, but I did try to do the best I could with what I had for the most part. That way I didn't come home and have to fix a bunch of just horrible damage that I did to myself over the span of less than a week. And that's me, because I don't have anything that really is killer on me that caused me to spiral out of control or anything. So that's pretty much how I handled it, and some ways that you guys can kind of handle that stuff. Just do your best. That's the moral of the story. So that's pretty much all I got for today, guys. As always, you know, go to lion-dads.com, click the link to join the online community and the Discord server, and got a bunch of stuff planned coming up that I'll be talking about you soon. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.